Okay, our little inference bot finished running. It says it got 62-ish percent. So what do we have now? 25,000 companies, which we have a URL for. What we're going to do now is actually visit those URLs and start grabbing their pages. We're going to use that for a few things. One, to double check, in fact, does it really look like a company that's doing whatever this claims to do? And then the other thing is it'll help us find people pages, job pages, those kinds of things. We're just going to store all that stuff right now as HTML, convert that HTML to raw text, and then feed that raw text to a language model and basically ask it, based on what we know about this company and based on this text, gives us a summary of what you think this company is. Is it a company, is it likely? And then also reasons. Is it likely to hire international things, and why? Well, it has these degrees and whatever the reasons are. I'm going to test that first just by hand for some language models to get the prompting right. But basically, the next step right now is to start just grabbing pages. And I'll talk about that bot when I write it, but basically, it's just going to go to every domain that's been verified. It's going to grab up to 50 pages from those domains, save them, and right now, just save them as HTML and just locally in an organized directory under each domain. Then we're going to go back to that HTML, remove the HTML, convert it to text, and feed it to a language model. What the language model is going to do is going to read it like I read the LinkedIn's. If I read a LinkedIn and think, okay, this LinkedIn is likely to hire because of the way I'm looking at who's there and what they do and then it'll essentially give that summary of the company to the bot. And that'll allow us to estimate things like, do they hire, what do they do? Is it an industry that's likely to hire recent tech graduates? Is it an industry company that's likely to hire international students? So that's it. On to the next thing. A little more detail on what our bot did. So basically, it guessed some domains. So this is a thing called Crossbow Therapeutics biotechnology. It tried a bunch, and it said that crossbowtherapeutics.com worked. It got us a valid response. And of course, that makes sense. Who else is going to want Crossbow Therapeutics other than a company named Crossbow Therapeutics? Same thing. So Agent Smith, which is spelled, I guess, in a matrixy way. It's Agent Smith Inc., Agent Smith Com Work. And so our next step is to go to agentsmith.com and get up to 50 pages. And then same thing. So basically, if it couldn't find something, it said it tried this but couldn't find anything. But again, about 62%, 63% of the companies, it got at least a working URL, that there's a website there for something. Of course, since these names are so highly specific, Corrine NX X, it's good that this is actually their domain. But we'll still verify that. And the way we'll verify that is we'll just visit that, grab, a few pages, like 50 pages there, and then just save those pages as HTML and then convert the HTML pages to text. And then feed that text along with information about the company to the language model and ask it to summarize some things about the company. What do we think it does? Do we think it hires international students? Do we think it hires tech? Do we think it hires recent graduates? And why? Why do you think it hires recent graduates? Why do you think this? And why do you think that? Okay, take care.